Say on streets.
Our streets.
Say on streets. And made it.
Right.
Made it. Whose streets?
Our streets.
Word on the beat, word on the beat, word on the beat.
Time after time after time after time after time after time after
Thing that I'm really gonna need for you to do, like honestly, the biggest thing, besides like the actual work aspect of it, the next biggest thing is like personal growth. Because we are talking about, yeah, man. It's like, what do you want to do? You feel me? Like, I don't want to just give you a job to do, like something to do. Like, I want to like, what is your core values? What's your skill set? So we can capitalize on that. Like, even if we're applying it, because even though like you might be like the head of sales departments, or you might be like the head of sales departments and the communication, but when we sit down having these talks, you could possibly just give me an idea, because I'm coming up with the strategy. Give me an idea of, all right, man, well, based off these numbers and my experience, man, we can do something a little bit different, save some money doing this, or we can actually put this money here to do this, because I'm in the field seeing how this thing works. Because that's one of the biggest things with us. It's like, and that's what I mean by establishing that relationship. Because say if I'm out and I'm out, I'm out doing the meetings and stuff like that, I don't always have the time to, like, I check the reports, like, and stuff like that. I check to see if we if we actually send out the proposals and stuff like that. But I don't have the time to do it consistently like you could. And I'm not in the mix like you. You're getting the real-time feedback. You feel me? Do you get what I mean? Like, you're getting real-time feedback when you're sending out these proposals, when you're looking at prospects. Like, so at the same time, I can give you an idea of who to go talk to. Like, oh yeah, like, let's build on these type of projects. Let's do this, do that. But at the same time, I'm looking for you to also tell me, like, well, right now, I'm seeing a lot of people requesting more content writers, more web design, certain things like that. Or it's more easier, we're landing these clients more easier than what we're landing with these. Like, these ones is taking more time for us to actually develop. We got to sit down, talk to them. And then also at the same time, start reaching out to me like you have, like, don't get me wrong, you have. You told me, like, you asked me, like, all right, so what materials are you going to need? Like, things like that. Like making sure I'm getting you the right materials, or like, if you have any ideas, like, are you familiar with, like Hootsuite, for example? Or just not Hootsuite. I meant to say, like, MailChimp or something like that, or, like, just saying, like, just long story short, just bringing your ideas to the table as well. I feel like you have a lot to offer. Like, man, you're young, you just met, you just not getting married, you feel me? You're in a transitional part of your life as well, you feel me? Like, life is changing for you. So it's like, how do we kind of combine those two? Because the company's changing, your life's changing, my life's changing. How do we combine those two? And really grow. So the biggest things that I'm gonna the biggest things that I'm gonna be doing, like, going forward, the email reports for the Google AdSense, so the ads that we run on all the blogs, that will be getting sent to you, right? And the thing that I will like for you to do, the thing I will need for you to do, like, I would need for you to do this, because this is what we need to happen. The thing that I would need for you to do, I need for you to send, like, an email. I need to send an email Monday. Do you got something to write with, or are you taking this down? Hello? So, like, the thing that, hello? Can you hear me? You said that you could barely hear me? Yeah, so, all right, so this is one of the biggest things. So I need for you to all right, so you can hear me clearly now? So the biggest thing that I need for you to do is to email me the AdSense reports for all the ads that, because all right, so I'm going to connect you to the AdSense account, which is going to send you the report, and then we're going to kind of find that common medium, like, all right, so when is a good time to really check them and when is a good time to really look at the data? Because when it comes down to Google AdSense or Google Analytics, it takes 2 days for you to get a more accurate reading on the data. You feel me? So if it takes 2 days, we should be checking in, or like you should be able to brief me or update me like every 4 days. So we're looking at like a Monday and Thursday type deal, or a Monday and Friday. I would like to get an email report, like just letting me know what the growth margin is that week, or like that week compared to the previous month. Are we hitting our goals? So we're gonna also have to come up, like, based on the next couple months, we're gonna have to keep track, like, and that's what also these emails will do. We keep track of either the progress or the digress. I mean, not progress, but you feel me? Or if we take a step back now and look at the numbers and see why. Do you get what I mean? Because like me, I'm more of the strategist aspect of it. So I look at the numbers and it helps me understand, like, all right, on this day, what did we do to have an impact? Or what do we do before that carried on? Were we running a campaign? Did we just release like new content? Like that will help me get a legit. Is this helping drive the money far as the ads? Is us updating new content, is that what keeping, you know, this revenue stream driving, or is it creating the ads, or is it running a good campaign? You know, like running the campaign, just seeing where these margins are at. You know, because then when it comes down to it, if you're like, when you're sending me these reports, as we continue to grow, like it's going to be on you to kind of handle that aspect of it, to making sure that we're putting together a good enough strategy to keep that aspect, like our ads. The revenue that we make from ads, we putting together a good enough strategy. Right now, I'm working on a strategy for the ad department, but then I'm trying to grandfather that down to you, to where you can fully manage the whole financial aspect of the company. Yeah. So that's one of the key tasks in the upcoming week. We're gonna have all the email reports be controlled by you, and the key emphasis being on growth. Our metric, as in what's coming in, what's going out, and then the potential. Like we could potentially see growth in these areas, depend on what type of investment. Like, you know, like, so that's why I keep saying personal growth for you. The better that you get at what you do, the better we get at what we do. So I don't always want you to stop and be like, oh man, like your personal growth depends on me. Your personal growth depends on you. Like, you know, you feel me? Like, if this is something that you're serious about, like making sure that like, hey man, try to not to try to act like the smartest person in the room, but try to educate yourself to be the smartest person in the room when it comes down to talking finances. You know, so or just talking these type of numbers, or just even when I'm talking about like accents, like you should take it out your own way to like learn the system, because that is what's gonna really help us grow. Like because at the same time, I don't have like the onboard process. I create that, but at the same time, the managing to making sure that you're growing at the same time is somebody else that's in place that we're gonna have. Like the COO does that. Like they make sure that operations, everything is running smooth. They communicate to those aspects of the departments. But right now, it's like really trying to establish that for yourself. Like one of the things, the biggest things within this company culture, I do not want everybody looking to someone else for understanding. So that's why, like, one of the main things about these meetings is for to have the clarification, so you know your role, your responsibility. So you can just go out and be Kobe or Kyrie. Are you big on NBA basketball? Huh? Hello? Hello? Yeah, so are you big on NBA basketball? Yeah. I hear you. Yeah. Yes, I can hear you. Hello? I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. It's saying poor connection. Are you around a place with like bad Wi-Fi? Yeah, man. So what we doing is I'm currently on a talk with my sister from Nigeria. Hello? Oh no, it's okay. It's saying that we was having some connection issues. So, yeah. So long story short, like going into the weekend, um, we're gonna be sending you like adding you to those accounts. So the AdSense, Google Analytics as well, and then also being able to send out a email update on what's being done on the proposal send out side. And then also I want to increase the number of proposals we sending out per day. So then that also increase the number of work time too, like work hours. I said then we also want to increase the number of proposal send outs per day and per week, and then also increasing the work hours. And then if you could, and if you could give me like, and we keep this on the books, like you're being paid for this. If you could send me like a report about what's been going on currently, like how are we doing with the proposals you currently sent out, and then with the proposals that we're sending out, the following up. With the proposals you send out, I would like for you to follow up 2 days, like at least 2 days after you send out the proposal. Because the first day you kind of give them time to kind of reevaluate. You can contact them the next day to see if they got it. Like to establish that communication with them. But it's like kind of giving them time to see it, evaluate it, and then checking in with them. So then they don't forget because they get 50, 40, 20, 5, 10. They're getting so many proposals for for ongoing projects that we want to make sure we establish that communication, that relationship. So even if we don't get the deal on this project, the future projects we already have them talks. We can keep checking back in with them. Like, do you have any ongoing projects, any future projects that you need help with? So we can establish those type of relationship with them using the platform. And okay, yep. Yes, and then we're also going to be. I'm also going to be giving you emails too to send them to from our lead generation. Yeah, so also going to be giving you emails to send out. Like an email list basically, and it will be based off of industry. So like this week we might focus on restaurants. So it's like creating a proposal that target the restaurant industry. You feel me? And then the next week, the campaign might be it might be more so like health industry. So I might send you a list of clinics, pharmacies, physicians, dentists, stuff like that. And it's creating a proposal to send out to the health industry. Now, the way we communicate and target the health industry might be different than how we might target somebody like a tech company or something like that. Because the health industry, they have different like compliances and requirements versus this company who basically their goal might just be sales. This company, their goal might just be like brand awareness. And it's like creating those proposals and we keeping track of those proposals. Like we keeping all those proposals in the log. So next time when we come across like another client that has a similar request or is in a similar industry or fit the similar profile, we already have that documentation to reference. So basically, you would be like a pioneer, basically, right? So when somebody comes in underneath you, they can reference your documentation. You You know, like, and that's how you start to become the head of that department, because it's like now you're able to coach and manage them up. And you have a full understanding of the process because you went through the whole process, like of targeting different industries, of creating different variations of the proposal that's selling the same product but to a different person. Yeah, so it's like basically trying to get you in that position so where you can pass it down to somebody else, and you then now like you just making sure that they got what they need to keep it growing. And then it's like, and then we can start moving on to different aspects. But then that's one of the core things we need right now as far as when we're talking about the proposal send outs. Yeah. So when it comes down to that, like on Mondays and Fridays as well, I like to get an email about like the number of proposals we sent out, how many clients did we follow up with this week, and how many potential hot leads. So how many of them are we currently in conversations with? Because the conversation is different from us actually sending out the proposal. You know? You feel me? Because when we in conversations, that means, yeah, like, even though we might not seal the deal, is future talks for more, you know, like for more projects, or we can just switch it. We can go from be like, hey, well, we trying to sell you on us creating your website or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But that might not be something that you need. Based on the conversation, it might just be rebranding. So what does that look like? You know, like, but this all come from the conversation. Us just sending out the proposal is like you asking a girl for a number. That don't actually mean she's gonna date you. That don't mean that you actually is gonna, you know, like, you feel me, like that she's gonna be the one that you marry. That don't mean that, like, you know, like that type of deal. You just getting a number. You just put it out there that I'm interested. That I feel like I'm capable for the job. So now the conversation is what kind of seals the deal. Like, you feel me? Like, she kind of get that interest in you. Like, okay, well, you can talk a good game. I see what you got going on. You know what you're talking about. Woo, woo, woo. Like, let's keep this going further. Like, let's see what the future look like. So then that's how we kind of look at how we deal with our clients and stuff like that. It's really a relationship. Like, our first, when we sending you the proposal, that's like us trying to get the number. You feel me? Like, if you get the proposal, that's like us getting the number. Now it's actually getting the conversation going, getting you to respond, getting you to actually like what we trying to present to you. So even though, like, say, like, for example, right, you might get her number, right, and she might say, I'm not trying to marry you right now. I'm just trying to live life, trying to have fun, get to know people. Now, we all been in those type of situations. Like, I'm not really looking for that right now. So it's like we might send a proposal and it might not be what they're looking for right now. But it's like, okay, we understand that this is not what you're looking for. So what are you looking for? You know, keep that conversation going. So what are you looking for? Maybe we can figure out something for you. Maybe we got a reference night. Like, maybe we can refer you to somebody that can help you out with that need. You feel me? Or like maybe it's just like, or maybe whatever it is that you need help with now, we can also do. So they probably might be like, well, we don't necessarily need a website. Right now, we just need somebody that can write the content for the website. We already got somebody designing the website. We just need the content writer. Be like, oh, yeah, you feel me? Like, oh, I can do that too. So that's just like a girl saying, I don't need a husband right now. I just want like a best friend or something like that. And you like, man, I could be that person too. Like, I really want to keep you around. So yeah, I'll be the friend. and I'll be the friend until opportunity presents itself for, you know, for me to be more, or I can like kind of show you that I can be more than just a friend. So it's like,
Did you see the proposal that I wrote?
oh yeah, I seen the proposal that you wrote, and it was bomb. I'm not gonna lie to you, I like it. Like that was bomb. That's exactly what I mean though. Like, you went on your own and created that. I didn't have to give you like a full script. I just had to give you detail of what we do and what we're trying to do and how we're trying to be represented basically. And you took your own skill set and made that happen. So big ups to you though, like real talk. Big ups to you on that one, because I was looking at that, was like yeah, like this proposal is legit. Like yeah, like this proposal is legit. Like, oh man, like, but then it's like stuff like that, you know. So like I can have that peace of mind to know that you can go out there and create the proposals. Like I ain't always gotta like micromanage the proposal like creation part. It's more so like giving you like now I see like, all right, so he's the type of person, He just needs to know, what do I need to say? Like what's the value? Like, give me the value of this so I can know, you got your own skill set. Like, I'm gonna use my skill set, but just let me know how I should, like where I should apply it to. So if we talking about web design, or if we selling music promotion or radio promotion, like whatever it is, like that's my like I understand that's my role. Like, hey man, like, can you create one for them, to sell people on uploading their music to our radio station? And it's like, all right, well, from what I've seen, he can create a proposal. So it's like just giving them that, like, all right, can you create a music, a music radio promotion proposal? And I just give you like the detail, like, all right, so this is how they sign up. This is where they could go for this, that. This is how much it costs. This is the benefits. Like giving you that material. And I have the peace of mind to know that you can go out and draft up, create the proposal. And it's like, and he can also send it out too. Like, he's also like dependable to send it out. So it's like, now to grow from that, we see that now. Now we're trying to grow from that. You feel me? And the way we grow from that is we know your skill set, and now I see what you need. You just need, just give me the resources. Give me the details and the resources, and I'm going to use my skill set. So on top of that, moving forward, now it's more so like, now we starting to pick the industries, and now we can be more flexible. We're not just using, we don't got to use the same script no more either now. Now we can start targeting different groups, different industries, and now we can start looking at the numbers to grow this too as well. So we can start looking at, because when we start targeting these different groups, we want to see which one do we fit the best with too as well.
Okay. So how do you get your leads?
Currently how we get our leads, we got like sales funnels. Like, we got a free, like we have a couple free sales funnels that like people submit their information to, then we market back to them basically. Like, we gave you free value, and when we market back to you, so we kind of establish a relationship going forth with them, so they kind of familiar with us a little bit, and then we also do cold emailing. So cold emailing is like, pick a region, pick an industry, and then we go out and basically get their contact information, and then create a list. Which one fits, who doesn't fit, like, and the value proposition, like who brings the most value. I mean, like, how do we bring the most value to them? Not who brings the most value to us. How do we bring the most value to them? Because that's also where the leverage is gonna come in at. Like, like, business is all about not all about leverage, but it's also, it's a constant battle of leverage and power and value, right? So it's like, so say like if we're talking to like a restaurant that also do live bands, live performances, they do meetups and all that type of stuff, versus a restaurant that's just a regular, like, they just a sit-in restaurant. The one that actually does the meetups, they have the live performances and all that type of stuff. We have different services and different features where, all right, well, you do live performances. We have an entertainment section where we can, like anything pertaining to that, we can also distribute that on these platforms, basically. So, and then it's like, all right, well, then you're also a business, so we can work on the business side, like not even the entertainment side. We can sell people on your entertainment. We can sell people on the actual business that you have. We can sell people on the meetup space, the meetup experience. It's like looking at it like that, like breaking it down to them. Like, this is what I see when I look at your business. When I look at your business, I see the restaurant aspect of it, but also see the live performance nightlife aspect of it. I see where it can be good for the like for the entrepreneur community, where they can have meetups or things of that nature. So it's like selling them on the value of this too. Like, you have a meetup space, we could like promoting that, like selling them on that too. As far as events, because on Ends Media we also offer events. Like, we have event listing where people can submit events, and they can also get tickets and stuff like that about events. For events. So it's like selling them on that. Like, all right, so, well, you have a venue. So basically, you're like an entertainment venue as well. Well, we have a free, like, when I was talking about the free value, we have a free event listing. We will promote your events for free if you just submit them. And that's part of us establishing our value within this relationship. So it's like, damn, so now they looking at it from a...
This
Huh?
Yeah, this your event listing is something we can also market on LinkedIn.
Okay.
I believe that on LinkedIn, when we share this opportunity to people,
Mhm.
they would like it and want to key into the event listing. And before you know it, we'll be able to introduce them to other parts of the services that the company gives.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I totally agree with you. It's just that me and you never talked about how big you are on LinkedIn. Like I see that you have LinkedIn profile, but like so when it comes down to the LinkedIn, like, and thank you, like for that input too as well. Like that's what I'm talking about, like establishing that, like, cause now we bringing it. We're talking about like trying to actually gain leads and sell the business on LinkedIn, like using that as one of our funnels, our LinkedIn funnel basically, and talking about growing our LinkedIn funnel. So now, as we start to switch the conversation to the LinkedIn funnel, it's more so looking at when you're talking about value and then we talking about industries, we gotta start looking at who is our audience, like on our LinkedIn profiles, like who are we adding, who, like who's accepting our friend requests, like who makes up the majority of our audience, or is it all entrepreneurs? Is it people that's like in the marketing industry? Is it like friends? Like, who is your audience? But now I'm asking you that, like, who is your audience like on LinkedIn? Is it people that like friends? Is it people that like that work for different companies? Is it people that started different companies?
Yeah, people that work in different companies.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, so like even with that, like so some of them, like as you were saying, they might be hosting events, or they might be trying to do something, or they might be going over something in their meeting, and by you posting that, they be like, oh shit, that's what we're looking for. But like, but it's like also tailoring the message to your audience too as well. So like say on my LinkedIn is business professionals, but I also got a lot of musicians and entertainers too. Because of that other side of Ian's media, what I was telling you about, like events, radio, music streaming, stuff like that. Um, Half of my audience is also entertainers and stuff of that nature, promoters, event managers and stuff like that. So it's like trying to sell them on like health to like, oh man, like on certain different aspects of the business, I had to tailor the message a little differently because it's like I got more of an entertainers and business to business. It's like I gotta talk entertainment, but also talk the business, the numbers aspect of it with them a little bit, because that's what they really gonna be sold on. Because they gonna be like, oh, like what's the difference between this, that, and that,
Do you have a blog?
Oh yes, I do. I have a couple personal blogs. What about you?
Oh no, I don't. What about for ends?
Yep. We have about a good right now. That's what we're also working on building our own blog ecosystem for each different industry. So as we start approaching these industries, we also got like a different lane for you to also be on, like creating a lane for them.
Do you have writers?
Yes, we have writers.
Because I manage a couple of writers for about three different blogs.
Mhm.
I was their content manager.
Mhm.
I tell what to place where, what to write, and all of that. So
All right, so even when we start talking about blog management or just website management, content management, our content varies, right? So say like if like what we saying, like a music artist, if a music artist submit their video to us and we post on the music stream, we don't want to just submit. I mean, we don't just want to just post the video. We want to start like putting more detail about the artist and about the project. So it's like, are you good with like transcribing? Yeah.
yes.
So like say like if they submit like a music video or something like that, and it's like basically telling people about like being able to look at the video and create your own content, but like something real short and brief, like, oh, this is Ends Media presents such and such new video from their album or mixtape, and then kind of like tell them a little bit about the artist, and then kind of just leave it at that, and like like and how they can contact the artist and stuff like that.
I can do that.
Yeah, and that's another and like that's another, I guess you could say like another something that also needs to be done as well, like type deal. content writing. But at the same time, I don't want to overwhelm you because, like as I said, there is other people that do that, but also don't want to overwhelm you as well to be like, oh man, like you got to wear multiple hats. But at the same time, if these are some of your strengths and some of like, you know, some of the things that you personally want to grow at, you know, let me know. So we can make sure that we put you in the right position as well. And giving you open opportunities. So like if you want to add that, like if you're able to handle that type of workload, we can start out kind of small, like to kind of see what it's like. I'll give you like a couple articles. And then see like, because the biggest thing with that too is we gotta see the metrics, right? How long does it take for you to deliver? No offense, like I'm not saying like it take you a long time or anything like that. Because say if we got a client that needs something written up, I need to be able to tell them. Well, you understand this. Like we need to have some type of numbers to tell them. Like, well, we could get this done in 2 to 3 days. If it's a client that needs something urgent, like today, are we able to do it today? Like, you know, like them type of things. Like, what is the process like? Are you able to edit your own content, or do you need somebody to edit it for you? And you got to be honest about that. Like, really be honest about that. And that's one of the biggest things, because if you need somebody to edit your content for you, then it's like, all right, well, we just got to put another day on there. Because once you get done with it, well, let me know. We just send it to somebody else. They edit it up. Boom, it's published. I send you the link, let you know when it's published. And then we could do it that way. Or if it's like, all right, you edit your own content, it's like, all right, well, let me give him an extra day or 24 hours like you. Because part of the process is after he created, he got to edit his own content. So you like after you be like, hey, you know, it's done. The content is done. We both look at it. But then you also going over your own editorial process. And that means that you have to have an editorial process. And then, but then if you also need like resources for that, just let me know. So, and that's what I mean by that. Like, so then if I know which way that you're trying to pivot, I know which way to kind of, you know, gather the resources for it. Like, should I be giving them like tools to like be able to edit his own content, or should I go get somebody that can take that burden off his hands, basically? And then if we're going to go get somebody that can take that burden off your hands, it's like, what type of relationship do you need with that person? Because you're also going to be working hand in hand with this person. So yeah, you feel me? So it's like establishing that relationship between y'all two. Because so then y'all can just do like, you familiar with, are you familiar with like the NFL? Okay.
Of course, I can't learn anything.
Yeah. All right. Now, like I was about to say, like, so you probably more into soccer, right? So you know, like on soccer, right? You see when the dude carrying the ball up the field, when he's kicking it up the field, it's like when you know where your teammate at, it's like he can do that no look kick pass real fast, or like he could do certain things where because he knows the field, he knows his teammates. You know, like he knows the field, he knows his teammates. So he knows that in this moment, if they see me running, they know, hey, when I see him clear out like this, they say I can take the shot. Oh, it's 3 guys on me. I know I got a guy hanging out in the corner. Let me go kick this over there. It's just certain things that like you kind of just look at it and you could kind of have that, you know, like you could kind of have that trust to know that like, all right, well, boom, it's done. I sent it there. They're gonna take care of it. It's no longer my responsibility. Like me, like like if I go to you, be like, oh, so where we at with this? Oh, I sent it to such and such. All right, well, boom.
Whoa, nice.
Yeah, so like that's what also mean like help me help you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you've been doing that so far as well. Like you've been doing that so far, and that's something. And that's something that I also need to grow on as well. So that's why I'm saying like let's grow on help me help you system. You feel me? Because that is also the way that we're going to grow. Like so going back to what we was talking about the proposals. You told me what you needed, and you was able off that little bit of information you was able to create a very good professional proposal.
Yeah.
So it's like now what else do you need?
Let me just recap.
Okay.
The things that you would like me to do for you.
Okay.
Going forward.
Yes.
You want to increase the proposals we send a day and weekly.
Yep.
Both on Upwork and email.
Yep.
You want to increase the work hours.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And then and then we can be flexible with Wednesdays. Wednesdays, like Wednesdays, if you're available, or if I'm available, we can do like more like ideology.
Okay.
Like how do you feel about what's going forward? You feel me? Mondays and Fridays, that's when we have the actual numbers.
Yeah.
Wednesdays is more so like evaluation. Like this is why I feel like this week, we like so far we seeing an increase, or like just like that. Like, and I feel like going forward, like this is working. Like I'm waiting to see, like at the end of this week, I'm talking to a few individuals. Hopefully by the end of this week, the numbers increase. Like we can have them type of talks,
Yeah.
like on Wednesdays. But then also best times. Best times to talk, because a lot of times, like as I seen, like you hit me up, like when you hit me up, like knowing, like, all right, well, I should be looking for him to hit me up around this time, or that time, or like we already have our work schedule, work times. But it's like also like if I just got like a brainiac idea, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, if I just got like a idea that I might think is smart, and I'm like, bro, I need to like lay this on somebody, and to actually that knows what I'm talking about, like and see if this actually makes sense. So it's like, oh man, if I get this idea at 10 o'clock my time, because I understand you're a married man, like I always try to be respectful of that. Like you got your own life, you got your own lifestyle, man. Like you are your own man at the end of the day. You living your life. You a business professional. You trying to you feel me? Like you trying to take your own lifestyle and life to the next level. So it's like I don't want to intervene at different times. Like interrupt. So it's like also having that, like, it's like if I don't respond to you immediately, let's give ourselves our own grace period. To hold each other accountable. Like I need for you to start holding me accountable. Like, hey man, I'm reaching out to you. I need you to start hitting me back, man. Like so we can really start getting this done. Like this is serious for me. Like I really need for you to start hitting me back. Like even though you shouldn't have to, but it's like holding each other accountable. Like we should have that honor system with each other that I can look. You can talk to. Well, we're not always looking each other eye to eye, but we can talk to each other and be like, hold each other accountable. You could be like, hey, yeah, I asked you last week to send me this, and you still haven't sent me this, and it's slowing me down from doing what I need to get done. So are you able to send me this? Like basically, like when you was asking for like the Skype ID, like sort of like that, like, hey man, this right here isn't working. Like we were using WhatsApp. Like WhatsApp isn't working. Let's move to Skype. And it's like, can you send me your and we used to like tell me like, hey, can you send me your Skype ID? It's like you put the ball in my court now. It's like I'm trying to let you know I'm trying to talk. I'm trying to do this. But it's on you to actually, you feel me? So now like the ball is in my court and I can look back at it like,
Would you recommend as the best period?
huh? What platform?
What do you recommend as the grace period? Say 24 hours.
I say text. We can still use WhatsApp for face-to-face, Skype. Face-to-face and audio, we could probably use more so Skype. Like, you don't like using WhatsApp for text?
Yeah, WhatsApp is fine.
Yeah, like texting-wise, because I don't have Skype on my phone. And a lot of times I'm on the go. I'm not really in front of my laptop. Like, right now I'm at home. I haven't really, like, it's 9 a.m. where I'm at. Like, it just turned 9 a.m. I don't know the exact time where you at. Like, it's still 9 a.m. I haven't really started moving around. So a lot of times when I'm moving around, I have my tablet or my phone on me. So then that's why I use a lot of like the WhatsApps. But when I'm sitting down in like spaces like this, and like we can schedule these type of times, we can do the face-to-face during the Skypes. You hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I heard you. So primarily, the primary means of communication for us would be WhatsApp.
Yeah, the primary communication will be WhatsApp, and then also I'm creating a Slack channel for us as well.
Yeah.
But that would just be more so like conversation alert, like proposals submitted to such and such, or like like to where like we could just be like, all right, like that will also be part of our honor system, basically accountability in a sense.
Yeah, that's fine. So, the grace period,
Yeah.
what would you recommend? Usually, let's take for example, Upwork.
Yeah.
They require you to respond within 24 hours.
Yeah.
Don't you think that is good for us too?
Yeah. So main thing is we try to so say if we get invited to something, invited to a project or anything like that, man, let's try to cut it. The norm is 24. Let's cut it down to 12 if we can. Like a well, hold on. Are you talking about to respond or to follow up? Hello?
So now I get understand. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yep. Hello.
No, I hear you.
Let me call you back.
Hold on. I can hear you. I'll try to let you know I hear you. Oh. Well, you hung up. But yeah, man. See, man. We on them calls early in the morning, man. We trying to build this team up, man. Come join the mob, man. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah. Hello? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's kind of low, but I can hear you. Yeah, can you put the mic closer to your face? I mean, like closer to your mouth.
Yeah, it is.
There you go. I hear you loud and clear right now. That's good.
Okay, so I've gotten an idea of what you want from me.
Yep.
And so I'll try to keep up with it.
Okay. All right. So let me know what that ideal is, so we can see if we're on the same.
Same page.
Yeah.
Okay. We talked about the increment in the sending out of proposals.
Yep.
The increment in work hours. You want a report on Mondays and Fridays on numbers. On
Yeah. Them are number days where we're gonna talk the numbers.
Yeah.
Yep. Mondays and Fridays.
On Wednesdays, we can just be talking about ideologies.
Yep.
Then you want me to look at metrics, growth, how the company is growing, how well we are doing, and then also give ideas on what we can do to make the company grow better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I think that's primarily what my job is about. Then you're supposed to share some things with me concerning AdSense, analytics,
Yep.
all of that.
Yep. And I'm also gonna be connecting you to those accounts, so they will be sending you the email reports on those accounts will be sent to you.
Okay.
Directly to you, so then you can just take the information from that and put it into those emails, basically.
Okay. That's fine.
Yep. And then also the following up with the clients that we submit the proposals to.
Yeah, sure. I have them written out already. So the number of proposals we send, the number of clients we have, and the hot leads.
Yep.
The number.
Yep, the hot leads. Yep. Yeah, and then going forward, I'll be trying to look at different opportunities where like we can use your skill set, but at the same time, I don't want to overuse you. Like, I'm gonna be all the way honest with you. Like, we have a team full of people that we should be able to pass the ball to. I don't want to overuse you and basically just have you just doing a whole bunch of work and not really growing at the same time. The biggest thing with me, no matter if it's friendship, relationship, anything, I'm all about growth. I'm all about growth, baby. Like, if we ain't growing, then we staying stagnant. We just doing the same thing. It's like we only gonna see these same numbers. We need growth. So
let me just hit you on something.
Okay.
Growth is what I love most.
Okay. And we on the same page.
I've been working on Upwork for say 3 years now.
Mm-hmm.
All I've been doing is personal assistance. I do a little of WordPress and all of that. But I feel I need to challenge myself to grow, to do something more.
Yeah.
And so I have set out to start learning web development, software development. Right now I'm learning Ruby on Rails, and I hope that I become good at it in the nearest future.
Nice,
So
nice, nice.
I love groups. I love groups.
Have you ever looked at PHP, like the PHP language? Because you know that's what WordPress is written in PHP.
No, I've not looked at it yet.
So yeah, so just to put a birdie in your ear, like something that you should think about. So say if you're looking at like web development, WordPress is one of the most used platforms, right?
Yeah.
And then you start looking at what language is that most used platform written in. It's written in the PHP. Ruby on Rails is a good language, and I'm not telling you to not invest into learning into it. I'm not telling you that. I'm not doing anything. I'm just trying to give you a little insight. Like Ruby on Rails is real good for API connection.
Okay.
You know, stuff like that. But I heard you mention like web development, that you worked on a few WordPress projects. So if you're putting yourself in the midst of WordPress projects and you want to excel at that, WordPress is written in PHP. And then Ruby on Rails is more like an API connection type language. Same thing with like, you know, like, so then that's, but it's like, but from what I'm hearing, the thing that I like that I'm hearing is just the overall fact that you're trying to grow and learn a computer language in general.
Yeah.
Because that goes into web development, like as what we were just saying, web development, coding, and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And then it also helps you get an understanding of the industry as well. So when you're talking to software developers, or if you're talking to like a software company, and they say like, yeah, this is what we do outsourced work for Ruby on Rails, you can start speaking their language.
That's true.
And hey, you feel me? Like that's the benefits that come with expanding your mind, and like that's why I be trying to tell people like that growth. That's the benefit that come with it. When you learn something new, like now you just opened your whole like you just opened your whole mind, your whole conversation up to this whole different industry, this whole different audience, this whole different type of people. Like you know, like tech guys, you got your tech guys, you got your social media guys, you got your content writing guys, you got your strategy guys, your financial guys, you know, like, but they all kind of speak different languages.
That's true.
But it's like, but once you start to learn, like, their skill sets and stuff like that, you start to identify their language. You start to identify, all right, so it's like we talked about, you know, like when like we was talking about sports, you know, making compare and contrast with sports. Like me knowing that you don't really know about American football that well, I'm not gonna make too many American football references. So now I'm gonna make more soccer references. Like, because I know that that's more the sport in your country. So it's like, if I start comparing the things that we doing, like the country, company-wise and just project-wise, if I start to try to compare it to sports or something, I'm not going to pick the NFL. I'm going to pick, like, FIFA or something like that. Like, you know, like the go, you know, like something that's more that me and you can relate on.
Yeah, we have to be on the same ground level.
Yeah. But yeah, like, I'm about to, like, it's approaching 9:30ish, 9:30 a.m. where I'm at. I gotta start getting ready to move around. But man, I love this talk. We gotta start having more of these. Today is Thursday. Today is the 25th. Yep. Today. Hold on. No.
Today's Friday.
Oh, yeah. Today's Friday the 25th. My bad. I'm looking at the calendar saying Thursday, but I'm pointing at Friday. So today is Friday the 25th, so we already on the right track. We got our morning meeting out the way. Over the weekend, a couple things, objectives over the weekend. On my side, check in with me if I'm not getting it done fast enough. If I don't send you an update in the next 24 hours on this, check in with me. The things over the weekends, I'm going to be adding you to the Google AdSense so we can start getting our ads, like our ad metrics. And then also adding you to the Google Analytics. So then Monday you can start drafting up reports. Because if I add you by the end of the day, or if I add you by the end of Saturday, like I said, it takes 2 days for it to like kind of get that data right. Like it tells you what happened 2 days ago. Like we'll be sitting here Monday and they tell me what happened Saturday, Sunday type deal. So yeah, so it's like my goal is to get that to you by the end of the day or get that to you by Saturday. So we don't have to do this whole process on Monday. So that's on my side. On your side, would you better send me an email today going over what we basically start prepping for next Monday meeting. Everything that we asked about, from proposals being sent, hot leads, like talks and conversations, stuff like that. Start working on that today.
Okay.
So then we can start, because then over the weekend we can start. We can kind of digest it a little bit. Be like, all right, this template is good, but can you add this to the template? You feel me? Like we can start like over the weekend. That gives us time to kind of tweak it a little bit. Like, all right, well, I like how you put it, but like let's kind of put it this way a little bit too. Because if I'm reading it this way, like, like, do we want it straight to the point? Do we just only want this? Like, we don't need this aspect. Like we kind of just gauge it based off of just doing it. So yeah, if you can send me that email today. Just the number wise, not the analytics, because you're not connected to that yet. So no Google Analytics, no Google AdSense. Just send me the proposals, the numbers on proposals. How many proposals did we send out this week or this month? This week and this month currently.
Okay.
And just like everything I put down to you, like the hot leads, the proposals, things of that nature.
Okay, that's fine. I think I'll be using Google Sheets.
You use Google Sheets? Oh, nice. Yes, I'm familiar with Google Sheets.
Okay, then.
Yeah, I use Google Sheets as well, because then you can also just share a link or like anything like that.
Yeah. That's all right. So I'll get back to you. Meanwhile, I think maybe not now, maybe later somehow, we'll have to discuss financials. How you'll be paying me.
Okay, most definitely, yeah. Most definitely, yeah. We'll cover that. We'll cover that.